The Amazon is at the very edge of a tipping point. This is a scientific consensus. We don't know exactly when it's going to be, what it will look like, but there's a point of no return where you've deforested enough of the Amazon so that it can't create the water cycle, so it can't replenish itself, and then suddenly it just goes into this tipping point where it transitions from this incredible, beautiful rainforest that's providing all of the water for South America to a savanna and maybe even to a desert. If that happens, São Paulo, the biggest city in South America, already has trouble with its own water supply. You can imagine what would happen if the source of that water disappears. Imagine what will happen to all of the crops that the reason that this is being chopped down for cattle and for crops. It's going to be very hard to plant them. That a lot of that goes to feed much of the world. But just think geopolitically, what would happen if the entire continent, its main source of water, disappears? How many, the immigration crisis that's happening in the US right now, or at least the political focus on it, how many hundreds of millions of people are going to be trying to flee South America? And when they do, we know that the Amazon is not isolated by itself. So there's many other global climate tipping points that are happening around the world right now. The Atlantic Meridian overturning current, which could also be at a tipping point very close. If the Amazon tips, then those are all going to tip much faster and much harder. So I don't know if any of you have kids or plan to or grandkids, but that's not a very positive outcome. So, there's lots of reasons, you can go to the Amazon like Dom did and meet these incredible people, and you'll read about them in the book, and you'll want to do it for them. But you can just do it for yourself. For all of us, for humanity. It seems so basic and obvious and so important. And when you look at the profits that are being made for the destruction, 80 to 90% of the deforestation coming from cattle, the profits are so minuscule. They're so small, like per hectare, per acre, per year. They're making just these insignificant sums of money in the grand scheme of the global economy. And it's not like global oil, petroleum that we all rely on for so many things. That's a much stickier, trickier subject. We don't need to have so many heads of cattle here. You can do it there. You can do it more efficiently. You can have a little less cattle. It can be a little more expensive. That's not going to be a huge problem for the world. They just don't want to.